Hi. Tonight I want to tell you a little bit more about The Artist's Way. So, The Artist's Way is a book. Whoop, there you go. So, it's a book by Julia Cameron. And specifically, it's an amazing book that is set up as a 12-week process or course or just a 12-week program. And if you want more flow state, if you want more creativity, if you want more spirituality, if you want a new way of looking at things, this book is absolutely amazing and I can't recommend it enough. I found this book because we go camping a lot. And at the camp we go to down in Southern Ohio, there's an artist who will do workshops and take people out, and whether you've painted before or not, she will teach you a little bit about painting. She usually gives you like a small square of cardboard and some paint, and will kind of walk you through making a scene. And at the end of it, you go, "Oh my God, did I did I do that?" Because it's just amazing to not think of yourself as a painter and then walk out with a piece of artwork that you're actually proud of after just a couple of hours. So anyway, went to her class a couple of summers. Each time she recommended this book, and finally I took her up on it. The first time I did it, I worked through it with some friends, a little group of four of us at the beginning of COVID, and we went through it together and started it. But it's a book I go back to. I keep going back to it. There's a couple of main key processes that she recommends in this book. One of them is called Morning Pages, and Morning Pages was life changing for me as far as I'm one of those people who would buy the pretty journal in the past. I would buy it, and I might like write like one day, one page. I have all these journals with like one page in them. And there was something about like I never felt comfortable. I never felt like I was writing the right stuff. I was afraid someone would read it. Something like that was holding me back. And when you read The Artist's Way, the morning pages are like a foundation. So the morning pages are 3 pages required of writing each morning, stream of consciousness type writing, not story writing, not beautiful writing, not writing about anything in particular, just whatever comes to mind, just writing it and seeing what happens, and not with the intention of rereading it, you know, no requirement to go back to it, no thought of going back to it. And something about the way it was presented in this book and the fact that it got me to do it just completely altered my vision of myself as a journaler. I never would have considered myself a journaler. I would have considered myself a failed journaler as I had tried over and over and over and never gotten anywhere. But I still do my morning pages. And, you know, when I'm at my best and I have my best morning routine going, I do all 3 pages of morning pages. They take me about 25 minutes every morning, but it's amazing to get that stuff out of my head. I don't know if any of you are like me, where you will have, like, I call it my playlist, and it's like stuff that goes around in my head, not necessarily like, not just a to-do list. It's not like an inner critic list. It's just like stuff I think about kind of on repeat. And there's something magical about just getting that crap out and just writing it down, that it kind of goes away. My head's a little quieter after it. She says that the morning pages are necessary because they feed your inner artist. They help your logical mind shut up and get out of the way and let your right-brained artist mind thrive a little bit. And I think she's right. Um, the other main task of this book, the other main thing that this book is centered on. So it's morning pages and then artist date. And the artist date is where you take yourself, your sweet self, no one else, just you, on a date. And you go somewhere with the pure intention of feeding your artist, your inner artist. So maybe you take yourself to the museum by yourself. You don't want anyone there. You're not looking to have anyone there. You're not feeling sad no one is there with you. It's just you exploring, being creative, being childlike, full of wonder. Maybe you take yourself to, I don't know, a shopping mall and do the same thing. Maybe you take yourself to the woods. It doesn't have to be the same thing. Each week you're supposed to do one artist date where you take yourself somewhere and do something. Maybe you buy some painting supplies and you paint cardboard. Yeah, that's a totally awesome artist date. But this gets you out of your comfort zone, and it makes it okay to be out. If you're a person who doesn't love to be out by yourself, it gets you comfortable with it. It makes you look forward to it. So anyway, I love, 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 love this book. Can't recommend it enough. One more time. Look at that. I'm getting better at holding it on the correct side. So, cheap book. It is not expensive, and it can change your life if you will do it and throw yourself into it. But yeah, that's what I wanted to tell you about is I find that flow state and that I find that flow state so easy to get into when I'm doing artistic things. Even just sewing curtains. I was sewing curtains downstairs and I don't know how to sew, but I'm making it up as I go and it's creative. Like, oh, I could, I'm not looking up on Google how I should do it. I'm just kind of looking at it and figuring it out like a puzzle. Like, what could I do to make this hem, work? And it's been fun, and I feel like I'm just in the zone when I'm doing that kind of thing. So, yeah, if you want to feel more in the zone, build your creativity. If you want to feel more spirituality, build your creativity. Get in the zone more, in the flow state. So, great book. If you're looking for something to do to grow your creativity, it is where it's at. If you've done it before, go back and do it again. Tell me about it too. Tell me if you love this book. I know I have a huge base of fans. So, all right, take care. Bye.